And here's the video review for Transformers G1 Combiner Defensor, the Protectobots here. This is the KO gift set that you can get from places like kotoys.com. And it's really pretty cool. I'm sorry, I'm moving some pieces around over here so I have easy access to them while I'm shooting. But it does come with all the figures. The quality on them is really kind of nice. There's the die-cast chests and all that. So that's really cool. Really solid. A lot better than most of the KOs of the set that have been coming out in the last few years. Really, really nice. Oh, I mean, just barely under a G1, an original G1 figure. They're really, really nice. And certainly much better than the official Bruticus reissue that they did in the Encore line, because that mold just turned to crap. But yeah, really, really nice set. I was really surprised with the quality of it. And one, I'm really happy, because I think Defensor is one of my favorite G1 combiners. I just like the way he looks. So it's good to have him again. But you do get all the pieces. You get all the handguns, all the vehicle weapons, all the individual robot weapons, all the Gestalt pieces, all the little accessories like hotspots, little hose thing for the base mode, and all that stuff. So really pretty cool. I'm not going to mess with putting all these handguns in just because they're tiny, but they do come with them. So Transformer, we'll just go ahead and pull off the vehicle mode weapons here. You can leave them on for robot mode, but at least on blades and groove there. But I usually just pull them all off. All right. We'll start with Streetwise here. You just want to flip his piece out, lift up his hood, flip his arms out, and then flip this whole panel down and around. He's the tallest of the individual figures, but there's Streetwise. Groove, you want to pull this motorcycle thing back, rotate it around, pop his head up, and then you want to come down here. Actually, you want to come down here and pull up his feet, and then you want to split his feet apart here. They do come apart and slide. It's just a matter of getting them. Gotta kind of wiggle them to get them over. And then once you have those slid, you just come over here and then just push them up until they snap. There's his feet. Let's bring his head back up, and then his arms just kind of swing forward. They aren't the most complex figures, but if you collect Generation 1, you knew that already. First aid. So pull his legs out, flip his legs down, and flip this panel back, pull his arms out. There's first aid. Blades, you want to bring his blade. I usually pull his blade straight out to the side like that. Pull his legs down, and then flip these panels up. These little tabs plug into his legs there. There's a little slot there on his legs. Right there. It just plugs right into. I'll pull his arms out and rotate them up a little bit. Flip this back, and then what you do is you bring these blades up like this, and then you just kind of fold this down in between them, and that'll hold them in place. And he looks like that in robot mode. And then you have Hotspot, who you want to come and let me see if I can. Whoop. Okay. Just come up here, lift this up, extend his legs here like this, and then you want to just let this hang down. Bring his arms down and around like this. Flip this chest panel up, and then down over here there's some tabs. Pop his arms up, or hands out, I guess. And then right here, his head's on a spring. You just kind of want to unhook it there, and it'll pop up. You can see there's kind of a notch there on the back of his head that catches underneath there. And the spring is actually it's a really good spring. And then this piece just flips up and around, sits on his back like that. And there's Hotspot. And there you have the Protectobots in robot mode, which is, again, a good-looking group. I like how all the limbs are kind of white and red. They're a lot more coherent as a unit than a lot of the other combiners, which can be various. I guess the Seacons kind of have the same colors going throughout as well. And then you want to turn them all back into vehicle mode for if you want to get them into limbs. Go ahead and, on Streetwise, just go ahead and pull his hood down like that. Just don't push that all the way down. And then take him and attach him onto one of the foot pieces. The one right just like that. Just plug that right into the back there. set him to the side. In Groove, we'll just, again, just flip his legs down and flip his feet up. First gotta unhook his feet, and then just bring them all into the middle here. Just wiggle them together, flip them up. I bring the wheel down like that, and again just plug him onto the foot and set him to the side. Hot spot, you want to fold up his wheels. You can see there's some little tabs here that are going to peg into his side, like that. Bring the chest piece down like that. Flip his legs out to the side like this, and then you want to push his head down. Make sure it latches, and then the ladder you want to bring up like this, rotate it around, and then flip the ladder, just the ladder, back down and around like that. And then you flip up Defensor's head. And that's one of the other things I like about Defensor, is that his combiner mode head is built in to his torso. It's not an extra piece. Like even Menasor has an extra piece for the head, which is kind of a shame. Then you can go ahead and Groove here is the hardest to get in because since his head tilts back, it keeps wanting to sink in. Oh, you dig it. So you kind of want to hold it like that and put your thumb there, and that really helps make sure his head goes in there solidly. And here he's going to want to squeeze his arms up around there, plug him in, and there you have Defensor standing up now. Push him back a little further, because I don't want to knock my camera off the table. And then you go ahead and put on his waist piece here, which snaps right into place like that. Then you got two chest panels here, which you just plug in right here on his chest, obviously. Alright, and he's, that section is more or less done. First aid, push his arms in, flip his hands around like that, and take his hand here, plug it in. You can extend it if you want. Now the instructions always say to leave this piece flipped out, and I never got that. I always thought that looked weird, so I usually just go ahead and close that back up in ambulance mode and flip his head down as a peg. And then you just plug him in right here to the side. And then blades, you do much the same thing. You want to fold them up, clip them in like that. And it's really up to you what you do with the blades. You can, if you want, leave that folded out to keep those blades in place. They do get a little unruly. Or you can just have them straight. But then, again, it does tend to flop around. You can fold it down like that. Just kind of hope that just kind of let them dangle like that. I like to have it immobilize them in some way, shape, or form. So I usually do it like this. But it really is up to you. I just don't like them flopping around. That's really my issue there. Just like that. And then you plug the hand into here. And then with his head down, you plug him right in there like that. Oh, let me get it lined up here. There we go. And there you have it. There is, I guess if you have the helicopter blade, yeah, whatever. You push him back, and there is Defensor, and he can use, if you want, he can use either Hotspot's rifles to hold in his hand. But I don't know, just something about his proportions. I just always liked him as a combiner, and he's really very cool. And like I said, the KO set or the original G1, whichever you want to get, definitely worth the money. The KO sets are very high quality, a little cheaper than what you're going to pay for a G1 original, and in really nice shape. So there he is, G1 Defensor.